And I'll just be playing some songs that I've written. The first song is entitled Yup. Very good. Sounds good. Feels good. Okay. So today, I will be taking you on, kind of a journey just through my discography, which is basically like my life in musical form. So if at any point you hear something where you're like, what was the inspiration behind that? Or like, why does it sound like that? Feel free to raise your hand and I'll answer it. Because a lot of times, like, having no words, it's hard to convey like what it is that I'm saying, but being able to talk and share that is also good. So this next song is called Melrose. And after it, I want you to just let me know what you think it's about. Any guesses to the meaning behind that song? That was entitled Melrose. Does anyone know what Melrose means? It means honey of roses. So I wanted to make a song that felt like warmth and kind of like the hearth. Like if you go to the hearth of a home, a campfire. That was kind of like a campfire song. But let's see. Let's see what I have in here. So, I just released a new album a couple days ago, and there's this track. It's the opening track, and it's entitled The Canvas. Anytime I create music, I feel like I have a blank canvas, and then I get the chance to just put whatever I want on that canvas. So, I want you to think of this in mind in this track. There are some parts that might seem imperfect to some ears, but like, to my ears, it felt like I was creating like the abstract art that like you one day look at it and be like, that's like $10 million, but back in the day it was just like a bunch of dots. So this is entitled The Canvas. So that was The Canvas. Any thoughts? How are we feeling? Any questions?
Just saw a visual of the canvas, you know, like you're doing your thing.
A visual?
Yeah.
Fire. Yep. It's probably one of my favorite songs right now. On an album called Praying for Peace. I did an album where it's like I really just ran through almost like one takes for a lot of the tracks, because a lot of times it's like I'll take so long to just release the music and think that it needs to be like perfect. But this album was kind of just like just me just getting intimate, sitting down and just playing how I felt. But yeah. Another track from that is Run It Back. And this actually, I tried to do it in one take, but it's like I started out like, oop, and then it's like I ran it back and did a second take. So this is what the second take was. And it's a pretty short track too. Just like, I was like, you could just run it back. You just run it back like 4, 5, 6 times. I like that. Let's see, any more questions? I like how that flowed. Yes, sir.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, because everything is intimate, sound intimate. What does it sound like when you're thinking of a significant other?
Wow, that's crazy. It's crazy because I have a song on here called "Someone to Think About," and it's about when you have someone that you're thinking about, like a significant other. I don't know if y'all came in and saw Gabrielle back there on the camera. That is my significant other. You know, she was at the table. She really really the Catwoman to my Batman type energy. So yeah, I wrote a song on an album called The Follow Through. It's the one where you see the the little kid with the basketball jersey. That's me in 6th grade. I used to wake up every day at 6 a.m. and go to basketball practice, but I was only on the practice squad. So I didn't actually get in the game, but it's like I was following through. So yeah. But this song is called "Someone to Think About." So this is kind of what it sounds like. And also, there's some like live claps I added in there. Once you hear the live claps, feel free to join in with those live claps because I recorded them live, the claps. This is unreleased too. I won't read the whole track, but you know, that was good, okay. So that works. Noted. Okay. What's next? I feel like I should just let y'all decide the direction. It's really flowing that way. Any other questions? Finesse? I feel like it's too early for that. That's like a last three, you know? Let's see, do I have another song like I have this song called Gliding. That's the first song on the follow through. It is produced by the same people that produced Finesse. So Concept P, Avo, No Sleep, and Will No Sleep. So this is like the opening track to the follow through. Also unreleased, so yeah. It's basically Finesse.
Not Good.
Also, my release, I can't play the full track, because I gotta save that for release date. That track could be a whole different version that comes out. Okay, how are y'all feeling? I see some of the homies. Hello. Some of my friends are here. It's crazy. I'm from Houston, Texas. Y'all didn't know. I'm not from Vallejo, California. It's beautiful that people are like here in Vallejo, California, and I am here in Vallejo, California, and y'all are enjoying the music that I wrote. So I really appreciate that. Like, I can't express it enough. I'll probably say it like 10,000 times, but I appreciate it. All right. Any song requests or vibe requests or questions? Yes, sir. Oh, I don't have that on my computer, sir. Yeah, my computer crashed the other day. Yeah, unfortunately. Super Bowl? Okay.
Super Bowl.
We created this track entitled Super Bowl. I actually made it with my homie Splash back there. It was funny. It's like, I think this was 2024, 2025. We were here in Vallejo. We were just making music, and we were like, we should make a song, that they should use in the Super Bowl. And we made it. And of course, they didn't use it in the Super Bowl. We didn't have motion like that. But it's crazy because like the next year, which was this year, we ended up playing in the Super Bowl. So it was like crazy how it's like, we shot and aimed really high and then like thought that we missed, but like the next year we were like, whoa, like we were just dreaming got us to where we eventually wanted to go. So just another testament to like music, doing the thing. Let's see. I hope this is the right instrumental. Hey. It's funny, another song, so that was off the Underdog. So we're like really the underdogs because it's like Splash is a videographer, you know, I'm a violinist, and then it's like we had a producer. And there was no way we should have like dropped music with no words. So it's like, we're like, yeah, we're underdogs, we're just dropping an instrumental album. So we came back and we did Underdogs 2, which was Underdogs the Off Season. That's also over there on CD. But this track, Takeover, you know, we dropped it, didn't think anything of it, and then probably December, I ended up getting the call from Alicia Baumgartner. She's a boxer. She had a fight on Netflix, and she wanted a walkout song. And it's like, she asked me to send like probably 3 songs. And this song, Takeover, was one of them. And I ended up like playing it on Netflix for a walkout. But it was another song, and this time it actually like connected. Like with the Super Bowl, we didn't get in the Super Bowl, it didn't really go anywhere. But this song, it's like, it met its target audience, which was like the boxing world. But I didn't watch boxing. I don't know. Do you watch? Yeah, we both didn't watch boxing, but it somehow ended up in the boxing world. So I want you to just visualize, you know, the boxing energy. And also earlier, I heard someone start, you know, snapping with the beat. Y'all can feel free to dance, jump, scream, move. You know, I'm usually like focused on not missing notes. That's usually why my like eyes are closed and I'm like, but yeah. Take over. Very good. Splendid. I felt some more energy on that one. Let's see. I have another song. This song is called Get Up. And I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna see if anyone gets up on this one. This is another unreleased, you know. I'm trying to, you know, test out the waters to realize what I should, you know, drop on streaming. So this one is called Get Up. It was produced by me and Concept Pete. We were just like, what is the formula? Like, what is the beats? What is the beat per minute? What is the key to get people up? So I'm gonna see if it works.
Do you not get the concept?
like the first time people got up for that's tough. That's very good, very good. I'm excited. That's about to hit streaming in a couple weeks. June 19th. Let's see. Okay, I'm sweating a lot right now. I'm gonna slow it down a little bit. I'm gonna go back to a song called Brick by Brick. I think that most things that are substantial aren't built by just throwing a bunch of sand together and being like, boom, a building. Like you gotta lay each brick. So this song is on an album called Great Migration, about how I moved from Vallejo to Houston, back home. And it's just about, how you sometimes have to lay bricks to build castles. This is a very pensive beat. You may reflect upon life now. Ah yes, I am back. And I am also black. As you can see, I have an I am black sticker on my laptop. Y'all are probably like, why does he have that?
I did say that.
Right.
I did.
It's funny because it's like, a lot of people are like, Michael, why are you always going around saying that? And it's really because I am black. Like, look, Mally back there has a shirt that says I am black. It's like, back when I was probably in middle school, it's like, I used to go around, it's like, I was like, I am black. Because it's like, being from Houston, like, I'm from like an inner city neighborhood, like, where it's like, everyone in the neighborhood is like, bring culture back. And so it's like, I feel like as a part of that, I've just had to like, kind of like, be like, I am black. So, yeah. I don't know why that came to my mind, but yeah, it is on my laptop. That was not planned. I'm stalling now. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Yes. Yes, good sir.
Where do you feel like you're able to like call home as far as like the area or Houston?
Ooh, where do I call home performing? Bay Area or Houston? Man, you know what's crazy? The Bay Area really like it's like when I was younger, I had like on my lock screen like where a mountain meets like water. Like that was always a dream because I come from Houston where it's like flat and concrete. So it's like I always saw the Bay Area without knowing it was the Bay Area. I was like, this is like the promised land. Like, you know, people are low-key free. Like the air is clean. It's not like 90 degrees and sticky. So it's like I always see the Bay Area as like. Once I moved out here, I was really like, I'm home. Like, and more so, I went to Houston just to like build my roots out there because it's like I'm from Houston and it's like it's hard to change the community from outside of the community. So it's like I wanted to be able to go impact my community and then still come here. And it's like it's crazy that this many people somewhere that's not my home like came to hear music because sometimes it's like it's tough. You know, back home, like I have a concert on I think Friday. I have an album release concert and it's like there might be like two tickets. So for that in Houston, so it's like the Bay Area almost shows, you know, more love, but a lot of times it's like that, you know, you have to do a lot more in your neighborhood. I probably have like 10 plus events in Houston just because I'm like, you know, I'm gonna continue to show up regardless. I've had stuff where it's like, it was 1 or 2 people, but it's like, I love being able to share music I wrote and it's like, there's no opportunities like that for you to actually like, do it for a living and like go and chase your dreams. So when you do it and then people come through like this, it's like, yup. I'm gonna play a song. Shoot, it's related to that. It's called Chosen. I feel like sometimes like you might not know why you're being put in certain positions. Even me, like I'm probably the most introverted person you might know, but it's like I have a calling to like perform and not just perform, but like actually speak because I could get up here and just like only play the violin, but there would be like no like actual connection, like human behind the instrument. So it's like I feel like right now I've just been like God's been calling me to just do whatever, wherever, for whatever by playing the instrument. So this track is called Chosen. It's also released on that album called Praying for Peace. one? That one solid? Okay. Good. Should I do a turn up track next? Or no? Okay, he said turn up. Okay, he said turn up. Okay. Ooh. So this song is called Less Violence, More Dancing. A lot of times, like, I feel like what I'm doing is like juxtaposition. So if you, like, classical instruments, you know, should not be, you know, with hip hop music. That's like kind of like opposite. So like me trying to put that together is trying to like be like, okay, here's a little juxtaposition. For this song, I was like, how do I put a title where it's like, it attracts the people that like violence, but makes them be less violent. So I made this song and I titled it Less Violence, More Dancing. And you know, if you like puns, you can also be like more violence, less violence. But yeah, this is a song and it's like, I hope, it's like, it's funny because like in my content rollout, I've been like trying to like almost make it seem like I'm playing this song in like the hood and, you know, dark. So like people will be like, okay, I'm gonna go for this. And then it's like not what they expect. So this is that. And feel free to dance too. Like that was fun earlier. I love that one because it like stimulates my brain patterns. It'd be like. Any other questions? This is great. I feel great. I don't get to perform a lot, believe it or not. Like most of like the independent artist journey is like hoping you can perform and like figuring out how you can perform and like aligning it, you know? So when it aligns, it's just like amazing. Let's see. Any questions? Any life questions? I love yapping just as much as I love playing. Yes, sir.
How was it navigating like from the Bay back to Houston?
How was it navigating the move from the Bay back to Houston? So I got a moving truck or a U-Haul. No, it was just a rental car. Nothing too big. I didn't have too many belongings when I was out here. It's funny, it's like after college, I moved out here and it's like, I moved from Oklahoma basically out to Vallejo and I had 2 suitcases. And I moved into like an unfurnished home and before then, I didn't even know what unfurnished and furnished mean. So I heard home and I thought that meant like everything, but I didn't have AC. I don't think the Bay doesn't really have AC like that, like centralized, like Houston. So it's like, didn't have AC, didn't have Wi-Fi, didn't have a bed. I had to go borrow an air mattress that deflated every night. So it's like, just coming here, it's like, that was like shocking. Like that was my first time really like struggling, you know? And that like struggle kind of, it changed me, you know? And it's like, in just a couple of years, it's like we did so much just work to get from there to like there. And then when I moved back to Houston, it was almost like I knew what not to do to, you know, continue the struggle. Like one thing I learned is like, it didn't make sense to DoorDash every single day when I could go to the grocery store, you know, and get groceries and just cook. Like just, I know this is crazy, like everyone's like, duh, but it's like, I was like, what, 21 or 22, like coming out here not really knowing like just what to do and how to navigate it. So it's like, I just had to like learn, like just working. I didn't have a car out here, so it's like, I had to rent cars almost like every week just to get around, just to like try to play, you know, wherever I could get any opportunity. And then when I went back to Houston, it was almost like I appreciated being home, like with my parents. Like I moved down the street from my parents in Houston, like down the street from the house I grew up. And it's like, there's a different feeling being able to be like, yeah, I'm like, I might fail, but it's also like, my family is here and supporting me. And I have a very supportive family. Like my mom makes sure that I don't get sued, you know, with like trademarking and having logos. Like we're literally working on like how I can copyright my handwriting to figure out like how to protect that. So someone can't just like be like, oh, I'm just gonna put this on a shirt and then sell it. It's like just having like my village back home in Houston of my family is very like powerful. Out here, I have family too, so it's like, it was the same kind of thing. I feel like I have more creative family out here in the Bay. I have more friends that are willing to be like, yeah, let's do a show. Like, even just like the concept of North Star Studios, like people like working together to make like events, like snaps for that. Because like, back in Houston, it's like, it might be, you know, it's not always gonna be like that, but it's just been a little harder to, you know, get everyone with the program. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
It's two things. What would you say your most complicated piece is, and then the piece that you most proud of creating?
Most complicated and most proud of making. Most complicated. I'd say the one I just played, the less violence, more dancing, the one with a lot going on. I think that I think that was the most complicated. I recorded it just playing I just press record and just play out something. But it's like, for me, I try to play, when I perform, I try to play exactly what I played when I recorded. And that song is like, there's a lot going on. Like, sometimes I don't know like how that came out in that order. But it's like, it's a little hard to nail every single note in that one. And then you said the one I'm the most proud of? Probably the canvas. The one that I played earlier, because it's like, again, it's like, I really didn't care too much about the creative process of the track, but like, on the back end, I was like, man, it's beautiful. And it's like, I didn't put too much pressure into it. Any other questions? Yes. Oh, what was it like working with Wiz Khalifa on I Might Be? So we were in Los Angeles. I think we had just did a show with Saweetie, and we were going to the Sprinter van, and I had to get back to Houston the next day. I think I had a flight at like 5 a.m. and it was like 11 or 10 p.m. And so Lil Russell was like, yo, we're about to go to the studio with Wiz Khalifa. And I was like, I gotta go to sleep. I got a flight in the morning. And then it's like, Okage Simon, who plays the piano, he's like, it's Wiz Khalifa, bro. And I was like, all right. And so we went to the studio. It's like, that was like the first beat. Like Mike G, he loaded up that beat. It's like, they recorded, I think Wiz Khalifa recorded, and Russell recorded. And they're like, yo, we put some strings on it. And it's like, they just press record. And like I make my music, it's like I just played through the song, just one complete layer. And it's like, it ended up on the song, and like substantially on the song. It's like a lot of people are like, bro, this is crazy. And even just like my name being on there with the credit, like that's not something that usually happens. So that was really like life-changing. Another moment where it's like, in the moment I was tired, I wanted to go home. You know, I ended up falling asleep in the musical the next day, but it's like, got a song, Wiz Khalifa. So yeah, there's just a lot of times like that throughout my career and life where it's like you just have to take that leap. Mm-hmm.
Follow through.
Yep, the follow through, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see, let me play something else from the follow through if I have something else from the follow through. Ooh. Okay, this song is called El Presidente. And I had a featured artist on this. She unfortunately isn't here today. She plays the flute. She's from Austin, Texas, Nicole. And yeah, I don't really know why we called it El Presidente. I just feel like El Presidente is like when you think of like Nacho Libre, like the whole wrestling, like it just sounds like a wrestling name, like El Presidente! And then you like jump into the ring. So we try to kind of simulate that with the track. There's a violin verse and then there's a flute verse. So it's kind of like us like jumping in the ring. That was good.
Do you not get the concept?
These feel great. These tracks feel very nice in this atmosphere. I appreciate y'all for this energy and just embracing this music. Let's see. I heard Finesse earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and come back to that. Wow, I've been playing for a good amount of time. How y'all feeling? Y'all don't have work. Y'all on summer yet? Y'all on summer break, right? No? Okay. Well, it's wonderful that we can do this on a Monday. Like, it's crazy because they always tell you when you put on events, they're like, don't do stuff on a Monday or a Tuesday or Wednesday or anything but the weekend. But I'm like, I feel like if people want to enjoy music, they'll come and enjoy music. So y'all have proved that. So I thank y'all. If y'all can snap for yourselves for showing up on a Monday, that's real life. Yeah, I'll play Finesse real quick, and then I think I have a song I want to share. It's called Peace and Love. So this is entitled Finesse. Y'all may have heard this on the internet somewhere. I think that's the wrong one. Nah, it's the right one, I think.
Do you not get the concept?
That was. I'm trying to figure out a word to describe it. What is a word to describe that? Superb. Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. Superb. Thank you, good sir. Any other questions? Yes.
What's the song that really makes you feel like home? Reminds you of Houston?
What's a song that reminds me of home and reminds me of Houston? So we made this song, Lullaby from the Trenches. I also made this with Splash. And it's like, this song, I was like, whenever I felt like I was in a battle, you know, in life, it's like I wanted to have a song where it's like, almost like a love letter, you know, like you send home like in war, it's like, this is from the trenches, like, you know, this is me. So I wanted to, you know, make something like that where it's like, okay, this is home. And so this was on that album, The Underdogs, The Off Season, and it was called Lullaby from the Trenches. So it's kind of like, yeah, like a love letter home, I guess. Well, that reminded me of home. And also, if y'all heard the boom, 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 that was like to signify like the bombs dropping, like if you were in like the trenches, you know, just like, oh, the tire got flat, that's another bomb. Or oh, Whataburger was closed. Y'all don't have Whataburger. Y'all have In-N-Out, don't y'all? Love it. I'm gonna play another song. This song is called Peace and Love. And this will be my second to last song. So after this song, if you have like a really deep question, like I wanna like find the meaning of life here. At the goal of all my concerts, it's like I should leave the concert being like, you feel me? So yeah. During this song, I just want you to know, just ponder. And this song is called Peace and Love. The first half of the song is supposed to be like peace, and then the second half of the song is love. So, just ponder.
Mike G Beats.
I feel at peace. Any questions? Any final? How do y'all feel? Like after, it's interesting because like, I don't really know like what I'm saying for real. So like, did it like connect? Like, were y'all able to see the story, visualize it? Okay. Yes.
Question for two-part.
Yes.
So, who was your biggest musical inspiration growing up, and who would you like to collab with now?
Biggest musical inspiration growing up. You know Skrillex? Dubstep?
Yeah.
Crazy, like, I was really, I was a child, I don't know. It's like, I almost used to listen to music, the more stimulating the music, I listened to it. It's like, my parents gave me a drum set. That was my first drum set, was my instrument. And it's like, because I just had so much energy, I just, you know. And so, I think Skrillex, like, the dubstep, when I used to have my iPod in, I was like, I feel like that was when I was like the freest. Like when I was able to be in my room and just like, you know, I don't know, it's just something about dubstep. It's like probably the freest, you know. And then there was another, who would I like to collaborate with? Probably John Baptiste. Yeah, because I feel like he's like almost like a compliment for like what I do, because it's like I'm mainly just, you know, on the strings, and so he's someone where like he'll pull out the piano, the saxophone, the guitar, like every other instrument besides the strings. So it's like I feel like even just being, you know, in the ensemble, you know, just working together, doing a song together. He's dropping an album called like Beethoven Blues. So it's like Beethoven, but like mixing it with the fusion with the blues. And so like growing up, like I was classically trained my whole life. So like growing up and seeing that fuse has just been beautiful. Yes.
What advice would you give to the next generation of violinists?
Ooh, we got a next generation violinist right here. Can we clap it up? Yeah, birthday. Ooh, can we sing happy birthday? Wait, let me give you a starting note. I don't know if I know that song. Is that happy birthday? That's happy. Okay, are you all ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, very good. Excellent. How do you feel? What you play the violin? How's it been?
Just had our first recital.
First recital? Ooh. I remember that. I actually, fun fact, I fainted at my first recital. The knees were locked. Yeah, but you didn't faint, so that's good, right? Hey, I'd say my advice is just never stop playing. Like, the one advantage I had was I started when I was 6. Like, I'm 24 now, so I started when I was 6, and I didn't stop. Middle school, I was in the orchestra. I wasn't ever in the front of the orchestra. I was never the best. I didn't even really like orchestra. I wanted to play basketball. As you see, my hoop dreams have never gone away. So it's like, I was just, you know, like middle of the pack, you know, back in the pack. High school, I went to a performing arts high school. So we didn't even have sports. So I was like, I was kind of forced to, you know, just be more involved in the music. We got to go to New York City when I was a sophomore in high school, and that was like that changed my whole like perspective on what is possible. Just seeing like professional musicians. So it's like that was something that that got me really interested. And then college, I went to University of Oklahoma for music education for 2 years. I really just more so wanted to teach and be able to like, you know, make a stable income off my instrument. And that's what I told my parents, but it's like, I switched again. And it's like, I was really just playing the violin and continuing to play it to figure out what was next, like how to get to the, you know, next spot, you know, how to have a job, how to make money, and just working on my fundamentals throughout the whole process kind of just kept that all in line. And then now it's just like, the last 3 years have just been like random opportunities that I'd never think I would get playing the violin, like even putting on shows and just trying new things. So yeah, just always keep playing. That's the thing, keep playing, practice. Yes, practice. Nowadays, I don't get to practice that much, which is why it sounded, you know, questionable at moments. But just imagine if I like practiced every single day for at least like 2-3 hours a day. It's like, and that's why it's like, I always feel like you're never not a student. Like you could be 70 years old and have 70 years of playing the violin, but you can always learn something new from somebody. So like, keep exploring. Like, for example, I'm going to a camp like later in July to like get better at the violin and learn from a cool violin professor. So yeah, it never stops. The grind never stops. Yep. All right, well, I think that's good. That was solid. That was a great, this has been a great time. I thank y'all all for coming. Wow, it's 8 p.m. on the dot. That's beautiful. We can all get home before it's dark. Yeah. Again, I thank y'all. Y'all want to hear one more song before we go? Okay, I got let's see, what do I have on here? Ooh. I got a Trap in C minor. I don't think I played that one. All right, we go home on this one. I gotta turn up though. Like. Oh, there's a little loud. My fault. Let me start over. That wasn't planned. That wasn't planned. My bad. I was just experimenting there. My fault. Dang.
Here,
it just blows my mind that I've gotten to a point where people can actually enjoy live, original, instrumental music. So it's like, y'all are really like, that's how I feel inside. You know, it's just like, y'all really like showing up. So I appreciate y'all. I'll be over there. I got CDs. Most of what y'all heard today, I put on CD. So yeah, thank y'all. Have a wonderful evening. Get home safe.
Let me put the jazz on.